Archangel Michael says only 10 minutes left, you're on the red alert, very bad news is coming for you, they are coming for, open it quickly. Archangel Michael says this is not a drill, the red alert has been issued in the spiritual realm concerning you and you are now under divine protection for something approaching fast. In exactly 10 minutes the energy around you will shift because someone has released something dangerous into your life and it is already in motion. A shadow has been activated behind your back, someone that once smiled in your presence but now carries information meant to bring you down. You're being monitored silently, someone placed your name in a conversation that led to an alarming decision. That decision has now become a plan and that plan is being executed as you read this. The time is dangerously limited and the moment is it still has passed. You have to be spiritually alert, mentally strong and emotionally ready for the blow that was never meant to reach you. But the people involved have gone too far, they've handed over something that contains your personal information to the wrong hands. This was meant to look like coincidence but Archangel Michael confirms it was plotted over several days, not hours. Someone waited until your guard was down and now they are moving forward with a heavy piece of evidence they stole or created. They are targeting your reputation first and your peace next. Type Amen to get blessing 119. There is a device, yes, a piece of digital evidence that was sent through encrypted networks and the person who received it is not someone from your close circle. You don't know their face but they know yours and they're acting on what they were told. A device contains more than just words, it contains pictures, transactions, or recordings meant to break trust. You're probably sensing something off already: fatigue, tension, strange dreams, whispers in conversations. It's not paranoia, it's divine intuition sending you flashes before the storm breaks fully. The attack is not just physical or legal, it's emotional and spiritual. They are trying to push you into silence or a breakdown. But Archangel Michael is here now to equip you with what is hidden in the unseen. You are not alone. Someone is praying for you in a place you don't even know. Their energy is holding back a portion of the disaster but they can't do it alone anymore. Type Amen to get blessing 552. An individual with initials either starting with K or M is more involved than you know. This person was supposed to be a neutral observer but chose to leak information for personal gain. What's worse, they have disguised their involvement and are pretending to be shocked by what's unfolding. Behind closed doors, a discussion happened last night. Your name was mentioned more than twice. The agenda was cold. It was not about resolution but about punishment, exposure and control. You are under spiritual surveillance. The forces of light are watching what the dark tries to orchestrate. Right now Archangel Michael has pulled you into this message so your awareness becomes your armor. You still have 10 minutes left but once the time window closes it won't be words, it will be actions. You will start seeing sudden calls, odd texts, and even strange people showing up where you are. This is the setup. Type Amen to get blessing 788. Your door, your phone, and your digital footprint, they've all been silently tracked over the last 3 days. A quiet observer passed you in public but they weren't random. They were sent to confirm if you were still unaware. They now know that you're spiritually sensitive and that has rattled their agenda. You've begun sensing the invisible tension in the air and they underestimated that part of you. Archangel Michael says the spiritual realm has already been stirred because your name was placed in a file that should have never existed. That file is now being carried to someone in a higher position, someone with the ability to act fast. There is a woman who smiles at your pain but says nothing publicly. Her silence is not innocence. She is the bridge that connects your attacker to the plan, and she is scared you're getting close to exposing her. Type Amen to get blessing 636. The next 10 minutes are not just symbolic, they are crucial. At the 11th minute something will either be sent, said, or seen that will bring clarity. You need to be mentally armed because a reaction will be demanded from you. Do not respond emotionally to what is coming. Stay spiritually anchored because they want you to panic, reply enraged, or run. They're coming for your calm, your credibility, and your control, but Archangel Michael stands between their weapon and your soul. No matter how loud the chaos grows, it cannot invade what God has sealed. Someone close to you is about to act like they're on your side, but it's a setup. They've been told to trigger you into saying or doing something regrettable. That moment will be used as a weapon if you fall for it. Type Amen to get blessing 774. Behind a locked cabinet or hidden folder is a file containing your name and another person's. This is not just about you, it's about dragging your image down so they can lift someone else up. The power struggle is deeper than you imagine. The person funding this plan is not the one showing their face. They are hiding behind fake support, stage messages, and sympathy posts. Your plan is built on false narratives. A piece of paper or digital screenshot is being held as the final blow, but it's not as strong as they believe. That image is tampered. A voice clip is cut. The email was edited. You will be vindicated, but only if you remain silent and still until the appointed time. Someone is waiting to intercept you before the damage fully leaks. This person is spiritually assigned to guard you but hasn't revealed themselves yet. They've been watching the game behind the curtains. Type Amen to get blessing 311. Archangel Michael says, the reason you're being warned right now is because your soul carries a unique contract with heaven. That contract is feared by those who operate in manipulation and deception. Your light exposes their shadows. What you're about to hear or receive will feel like betrayal, but don't let it crush you. Let it confirm who has always been working against you in secret. They are coming to you with a tone of innocence, but their actions will show pressure. They will say things like, "I just thought you should know," or "I heard something and I'm worried." That's a trap. Don't step into it. Let silence be your weapon and awareness your shield. Let this warning be your signal to step back and observe instead of confronting. Type Amen to get blessing 447. The countdown continues. You're 5 minutes away from something shifting in your timeline. This is a red alert, not because of what's coming but because of what must not be set by you. You will want to defend yourself, explain everything, and confront someone. But silence will protect you better than any explanation right now. Let the storm come. You are covered. A legal document or complaint is about to be fabricated or filed. You must be cautious about signing, acknowledging, or responding to anything without divine clarity. Someone is pushing a life forward as truth. The dark side of someone you trusted is about to be revealed through a forwarded message or a shared recording. That file is already moving, but their plan won't land the way they expected. Type Amen to get blessing 982 if you wish to express your support further. You have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $1.20. A strange number will try to call you. Don't pick up. That number is a proxy. Someone is trying to bait your voice or reaction. Ignore it. Let it go to voicemail. That message will be saved for evidence, but don't let it be your downfall. Someone is actively watching your online presence, your posts, your silence, your expressions. They're trying to interpret your every move and post to see if you suspect something. Continue your stillness. Tonight, after midnight, something will break in the spirit realm concerning this plan. You may feel a sudden wave of anxiety followed by release. That's your confirmation that Michael's sword has struck the root. You are not defenseless. You were divinely informed because you are divinely protected. This is not just a message, it's a shield. Type Amen to get blessing 528. There is a man who hasn't said your name in weeks, but he has used your past as a way to cover his current schemes. His guilt is loud at his energy. He is shaking even if he acts calm. His hands are dirty with things you trusted him with. He is afraid those things will be traced back to you, so he's racing to build a fake story before the truth gets out. The fire he's lit will burn him before it reaches you. Do not reach out to clarify anything right now. Let the fog surround him. He'll speak without being asked, and in doing so, reveal everything. There is a backroom meeting involving someone who handles legal, digital, or public matters. They are trying to clean your name from something, but the one requesting it has evil motives. Someone is about to drop your name into a situation to protect themselves. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Your breakthrough is tied to your silence and wisdom in the next 10 minutes. Don't react to surface-level comments. Don't be pulled into fights that disguise themselves as concern. They are coming for your dignity, but they forgot who protects your identity. Archangel Michael stands in front of every lie, every trick, and every evil eye. The countdown ends now, but your breakthrough begins. Let them come. They will leave confused and defeated, for what is written over your life cannot be deleted by hands driven by jealousy. Stay in alignment. Stay in power. Stay covered. Type Amen to get blessing 888. They will soon realize that your silence was not weakness. It was warfare. While they moved with knives, you moved with angels. While they planned in shadows, your destiny was unfolding in light. They did not expect this divine interruption. Their timing was built on assumptions, not knowing that heaven would step in to shift the hour. Archangel Michael has already cancelled a major part of the plot that was timed to explode after midnight. You'll begin to notice strange delays in their actions. They thought they'd already triggered everything, but something unseen is holding their steps. Files will go missing. Messages will fail to send. People will suddenly grow distant from them. Type Amen to get blessing 707. Someone will try to reappear in your life suddenly with a smile, claiming they've had a change of heart. Be careful. A change isn't spiritual, it's strategic. They are hoping to gain access to you one last time. They are trying to confirm how much you know. They will test you with subtle questions or fake concern. Do not reveal anything. They are not here for peace, they are here for position. Archangel Michael says your name has now been whispered in a place where decisions are made. But the whisper was not praise, it was a warning meant to scare others about you. And that, too, will backfire. You are now divinely separated from anyone who was planning to drag you into their chaos. Heaven is clearing the circle around you. Every person who secretly agreed with your downfall will begin to fall out of communication with you. Type Amen to get blessing 111. The next sign you'll see is silence. They will grow quiet not because they've stopped but because they've been blocked spiritually. Your plans will be jammed by invisible resistance. You'll be protected from even seeing some of their schemes unfold because your peace is too valuable to be interrupted. Divine interference has already been dispatched on your behalf. Someone is trying to accuse you of something without evidence. They'll speak in confidence, but their words will hold no weight because God removed the one proof they thought they had. You are moving into a season where your enemies will run out of excuses. Everything they touch against you will turn cold. Their influence is evaporating by the hour. Type Amen to get blessing 666. If you feel pressure rising, understand it's not just stress, it's spiritual birthing. You're not breaking down, you're breaking through. This storm is the loud announcement of your coming shift. The person who initiated this attack is known to you, but not fully. You felt unease around them before but couldn't place why. Now you will begin to connect the dots. Every lie they built was constructed on your old version, but you're no longer that version. What used to harm you will now reveal their betrayal to others before it reaches you. They are monitoring your silence. They fear your stillness. They are now wondering if you've been tipped off. And the answer is yes, you have. Archangel Michael made sure of that. Type Amen to get blessing 434. You'll receive a message soon pretending to be a misunderstanding or friendly follow-up. Do not be fooled. It is a seed meant to provoke you. Don't water it with your attention. The enemy is desperate for your reaction because your calm exposes their trap. Do not respond. Do not explain. You not correct. They've told someone false things about you, but instead of believing them, that person is now watching you closely. Your character is already speaking louder than their gossip. Your destiny is now surrounded by a circle of divine watchers. Even your silence will be protected. Even your mistakes will be redirected for purpose. Type Amen to get blessing 922 or Archangel Michael says the one who is trying to destroy you with silence will not be buried by their own noise. Their lies will grow so wild that even their friends will question them. You're stepping into a zone where you will be too focused to be distracted, too aligned to be moved, too protected to be touched. You are entering holy territory. Their attempt to take something from you, your joy, your peace, your stability will end in them losing what they valued most, because what you carry cannot be stolen. It was heaven assigned. An object in your room, near your bed, or workspace will draw your attention in the next few hours. When it does, pay close attention. It may be spiritually charged or placed with the wrong energy. Type Amen to get blessing 314. You may feel like you're alone, but you're not. Even now, someone in a distant place is being stirred to pray for you. They don't even know your situation fully, but heaven has dropped your name in their heart. This is divine connection. Protection that doesn't need permission. Grace that travels without being seen. Do not fear what is being set behind closed doors. The ones speaking about you are also being watched. Their breath is being counted. Their steps are being recorded. Nothing is hidden from the divine eyes. The darkness they trust so much will turn against them. Their weapons will backfire. Their fake friendships will unravel. Type Amen to get blessing 858. They were coming for your name, your peace, your legacy, but now they are running out of time. 10 minutes have passed, but you are still standing. You are not broken. You are awakened. You are not exposed. You are revealed. Everything meant to confuse you has now confirmed your path. You are walking in divine timing, divine knowledge, and divine boldness. Let them wonder why you're so calm. Let them question how you're not afraid. Because you know something they don't. Your backup isn't earthly. It is heavenly. Type Amen to get blessing 999. You were meant to fall into a trap that had been rehearsed, studied, and structured by multiple hands. But at the very last second, a divine shield was activated, one they never calculated. Their plan out of law. They forgot who walks with you. Archangel Michael did not just warn you. He rewrote the direction of the storm. They think they still have control, but the spiritual jurisdiction has changed. You are now covered in divine armor they can't pierce. No matter how loud their strategy screams, you'll begin to witness their confusion. People who once stood tall in their arrogance will start to stutter when your name is mentioned. Some will even avoid you not out of hate, but out of fear of being exposed for the part they played. Type Amen to get blessing 202. The file, the footage, the recording, the testimony. It has all lost its power. What was designed to destroy you now serves as evidence of your deliverance. It will turn into proof that even when attacked, you stood in light. A powerful man who had access to certain private matters is beginning to feel the weight of divine justice. He was manipulated into acting against you, but now he is being pulled back by a power greater than any earthly influence. Someone you never suspected will come forward with key information. This person had no intention of helping you before, but something woke them up. A sudden inner voice, a shaking moment, a conviction they couldn't ignore. Their confession will be unexpected. It will come in the form of a call, a forwarded email, or a quiet voice in a conversation you overhear. When it happens, listen closely. A name will be dropped. Type Amen to get blessing 144. One person who still pretends to care is the final link. They are the channel, the observer, the one silently transporting information to the other side. Watch how their tone changes. Watch how they suddenly want to check in. They'll say you've been on my mind, or I just wanted to make sure you're okay. That's a signal. They've been sent again to test if you're shaken or still grounded, but what they don't know is you're no longer operating on fear, you're operating on fire. Your steps are covered. Your silence is strategic. Your power has returned. The darkness around you is now suffocating itself. You don't even need to fight, just stand. Heaven is already doing the work on your behalf. Type Amen to get blessing 717. You may feel tired in your body, but your spirit is more awake than it's ever been. That weariness is not weakness, it's transition. You're being elevated through this. This moment was never about destruction, it was about exposure. The people behind the scenes have now exposed themselves, even if they think you haven't noticed. Your downfall won't be loud. It will be quiet, slow, and painful one by one. Their masks will slip. One by one, they will be forced to face the mess they made, and you, the one they tried to destroy. You'll be rising, slowly but visibly. Doors that were once shut will fly open, and the very people who plotted against you will hear your name where honor is spoken. Type Amen to get blessing 404. This is now the season of reversal. The energy that was stolen from you is returning. The piece they tried to break is being rebuilt stronger. They tried to label you with stories that didn't belong to you, but heaven is replacing that false label with favor. You're not just protected, you're being promoted. An opportunity they tried to block will be returned to you. A letter that was hidden is about to be released. A divine announcement will be made about you in a place they tried to erase you from. This next wave of blessings won't be subtle. It will be public. They'll have no choice but to watch what happens next. Type Amen to get blessing 505. Archangel Michael says, this attack did come because you were weak. It came because you're walking into a level of influence and impact that terrifies the insecure. Your name was never meant to be hidden. You carry too much light. Your voice shakes too many structures. That's why they moved against you. But now you will move forward untouched. Heaven has already documented what they did and what they said. Divine records don't lose data. And those records are now being opened before a higher council. The spiritual court is in session. Type Amen to get blessing 828. Something is about to be revealed through a dream or a slip of the tongue from someone close. Listen. Watch. Document. The more quiet you are in this phase, the louder their guilt becomes. Don't rush to prove your innocence. Let time do the revealing. Archangel Michael says they were coming for you. But now they're fleeing from the very light they tried to dim. Their curses became chains for themselves. You will sleep better tonight not because the battle ended, but because it can no longer touch you. It will rage around you but not within you. Type Amen to get blessing 101. This isn't the end of the story. It's the start of your authority. The plan was to stop you. But you've now become unstoppable. Let them talk. Let them guess, let them regret. You don't need revenge. You have revelation, you don't need reaction. You have restoration. And this is just the beginning of what they'll witness you walk into. Type Amen to get blessing 000. What they built in secret is falling apart in public. The whispers they shared in private rooms are now ricocheting back as echoes of their own guilt. The people they recruited are distancing themselves quickly, realizing the mission was flawed and dangerous. Archangel Michael says you were never meant to crumble under this storm. They just hoped you would. They studied your patterns, your past, your soft spots, but they miscalculated your divine reinforcement. Their biggest mistake was thinking they were attacking a person, what they triggered with a purpose predicted by God. The person who first brought your name into this malicious scheme is now seeing everything flip. The very channels they used to manipulate are rejecting their lies. People who once nodded in agreement are now walking away in silence. Type Amen to get blessing 383. You're going to witness them try to fix the damage they started, but it will be too late. Heaven has already begun exposing them in layers, some through missteps, others through direct confrontation by those they misled. You won't have to defend yourself. A third-party witness, unexpected and neutral, will bring light to the false narrative. They won't speak out of loyalty to you, but out of shock at the level of deception. Watch carefully. A connection from your past, someone who had no idea about any of this, will re-enter with a message, evidence, or realization that will support your healing. This was divinely arranged. When it happens, don't dismiss it. A person carries a piece of truth that completes the puzzle. You'll understand everything more clearly. Type Amen to get blessing 626. The spiritual storm was triggered for one reason, to delay your exhilaration, but Archangel Michael confirms the delay has now expired. The heavenly alarm was sounded and reinforcements are surrounding your next steps. Even those who sat on the fence and stayed silent while you were attacked are now feeling spiritual pressure. Their silence cost them the trust they once carried in heaven. Their neutrality was not protection, it was permission to darkness. But you stayed grounded. Even in confusion, even in pain, even when no one saw the whole truth, you kept moving in quiet strength. And now that strength has multiplied, the enemy cannot touch what heaven has already claimed. Type Amen to get blessing 919. You'll feel a shift in your body, soon lighter breath, looser shoulders, a sense that the air around you changed. That's not coincidence. That's the lifting of the spiritual weight they tried to place on you. Where there was confusion, you'll now feel clarity. Where there was heaviness, you'll feel the breath of divine freedom. This is not illusion. This is protection rising into restoration. Something financial that was blocked due to false influences being released. Someone tried to interfere with your approval, your inheritance, or your payment. The twisted words created delays, mood papers. But that chain has broken. Money is coming. Not because you begged, but because you stayed. Because you didn't run or curse or collapse. And the heavens have remembered. Type Amen to get blessing 272. They were betting on your breakdown. But now they're witnessing your breakthrough. That's why their silence feels heavier now, because their guilt is loud. The one who once laughed while watching your struggle is now checking their own surroundings in paranoia. They're wondering who might reveal what they did. The pressure is making them clumsy. Screenshots they thought were deleted still exist, so were. Conversations they assumed were private were overheard. You'll begin hearing things, stories, confirmations, strange coincidences that validate what you always sensed. That's not paranoia. That's prophecy. Type Amen to get blessing 747. You're being guided now, not just for survival, but for success. Every step from here on is part of your elevation. Even your enemies will become footnotes to your testimony. What they meant for damage will be chapters of glory. Their attempt to bury you just helped you find your route. There is something you're meant to receive before this week ends. A message, a sign, or a shift. When it arrives, receive it in silence. Celebrate it privately. It is yours, not theirs. Let no one taint it with their insincere congratulations. His blessing is not for show, it's for healing. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Archangel Michael says this wasn't just a test, it was a transition. You have rode the old Ziddim, the old Zergal, the old version of yourself. And the attack was a sign that the old could no longer contain you. Your silence is now a language. Your presence is now a boundary. Your discernment is now a weapon. You are being watched not in fear now, but in awe. Even your enemies are confused by your survival. How are you still rising? Because the battle wasn't yours. And the outcome was never in their hands. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Something new begins today. This moment, this exact one is a stamp in your divine timeline. Everything after this will feel lighter, clearer, more aligned. Doors will open differently. Eyes will look at you differently. Your energy is no longer on the level it was attacked from. The storm couldn't stop you, it positioned you. The betrayal didn't break you, it exposed them, and their red alert became your red carpet. Type Amen to get blessing 303. Archangel Michael says the last phase of this spiritual battle has just ended in your favor. The silence you've been enduring wasn't punishment, it was preparation. And now, the unseen courtroom in heaven has reached a final verdict. You win. The people who participated in the darkness, the lies, the setups, they are now under direct spiritual correction. You may not see it immediately, but their lives are beginning to unravel behind closed doors. It will start slowly, but it will be undeniable. Those who tried to profit from your downfall will now suffer from unexpected losses. One of them is about to experience a financial hit that no one will connect to their deception, but you will know. Because Archangel Michael warned you. Type Amen to get blessing 525. There is still one document, one message, one lie that's trying to find its way into the open. But heaven is holding it back. Divine delay has been activated to expose the final player in this game before the message spreads. You'll notice someone growing distant from the people who attacked you. That person is beginning to feel regret. They didn't expect things to go this far. They only played along, but now they are realizing they are just as exposed as the instigator. Expect strange behaviors in the coming days, unexpected silence from people who used to talk a lot, nervous eyes, over-explaining, disappearing for hours. That's guilt manifesting in real time. That's shame joined its face. Live for you. Joy will return, not in waves but in floods. Your peace will no longer come and go. It will stay. This is divine sealing. Type Amen to get blessing 414. You may feel pressure in your chest, tingling in your hands, or heat behind your eyes. That is the final residue of the attack being lifted from your body. Breathe. Exhale. That's freedom entering your system. The person who once acted like your protector but secretly fed your name into darkness is now scared. They believed you would never find out, but they underestimated the power of divine revelation. They were coming for you, but now they are running from accountability. Your stories no longer align. Their words no longer carry weight, and their allies are silently detaching from them to avoid judgment. The person who paid to sabotage your stability has just lost something major. Something broke in their business, their home, or their influence, and it will continue to crumble. Because they taught you it was holy. Type Amen to get blessing 111. You will have a dream in the coming nights. Don't ignore it. It may show you a symbol, a face, or a voice. The dream is coded with truth. Wake up and write it down. The dream will not just confirm who hurt you. It will reveal what they feared about you, and it will also show you your next direction. The people who once tried to silence your voice will now hear it spoken in places they never imagined. You will be honored where they once mocked you. Your words will be quoted where they once slandered you. They thought ending your peace would delay your destiny. Instead, it exposed theirs. Type Amen to get blessing 232. One last person, someone who played a quiet role, is about to panic. They know time is running out. They've sensed the spiritual shift and now fear exposure. They'll try to write history. They may contact you indirectly or through a mutual person. They'll try to act innocent or shift blame to someone else. Don't fall for it. Let silence speak. You don't owe them conversation, comfort, or closure. You owe yourself peace, and you're finally getting it. Archangel Michael says, their deception was loud, but your deliverance is louder. Type Amen to get blessing 717. Soon, you'll be invited into a space that once excluded you. A door will open, one that they swore would remain locked forever. That's the reward of enduring the fire. The same mouth that cursed you will now be forced to explain why your name is being celebrated. They'll watch in silence as favor surrounds you like a fortress. You were not just protected, you were elevated, and that elevation is permanent. Type Amen to get blessing 393. You are no longer on the defensive. The angels assigned to you are now advancing. Every person who mocked your discernment will now watch as it becomes undeniable. The spirit of betrayal has left your atmosphere. The darkness that once tried to enter your house, your phone, your name, it has been sealed out permanently. You will begin noticing light around your eyes, warmth around your shoulders, even clarity in your sleep. These are the signs that the divine war has ended and victory is yours. What was meant to be your destruction became your direction. Type Amen to get blessing 888, and now your name will rise not from gossip, but from grace. Not from exposure, but from excellence. Not from pleading, but from bravery. The countdown is over, the red alert has cleared, and you, chosen one, are now unstoppable. Type Amen to get blessing 000. You were never meant to blend into the background. That's why the attacks came with such intensity. Your calling carries too much weight, and the enemy could feel the shift in your favor long before you did. They launched their final strike, hoping you would collapse. But Archangel Michael says your foundation was not built on fear, it was built on divine instruction. The moment they thought would break you was actually the moment that broke the chains around you. Now, the hands that tried to bury your destiny are trembling. The circle that once whispered about you is falling apart. Their alliances are dissolving like dust in wind because it was never real power to begin with. Type Amen to get blessing 606. There's a meeting they plan to discuss you again. But this time, they'll sit in confusion. What they intended to reveal about you will be blocked. What they hope to expose will turn into evidence of their own schemes. Your name will be removed from conversations meant to harm you. Your influence is weakening by the hour. Heaven has pressed mute on their voices. You'll be reintroduced into rooms where they tried to erase you. But this time, not by begging or pushing but by divine recommendation. You'll be called forth out for defense but for honor. People who once ignored your presence will now feel a divine pressure to acknowledge your power. Not because of who you know but because of what you carry. Type Amen to get blessing 171. You may start to feel unusually energized in the early morning hours. That's not insomnia, it's spiritual clarity returning. Your soul is preparing for expansion. The territory that once rejected you is now being assigned to you. The person who gave your name to darkness will soon have to speak it in front of light. Their pride will not be able to stop their confession. They'll try to twist the truth, but divine justice will correct every lie. Archangel Michael has already placed a burning wall between you and the final attack. The next message, document, or call meant to harm you will not reach you. It will dissolve before impact. Their plan required your silence, but your silence became your strongest statement. Type Amen to get blessing 818. You will soon be offered something, a deal, a connection, an apology. But listen to the tone, not just the words. Some apologies are just scouting attempts to check if you've forgiven them too quickly. Be wise. Be still. Let your intuition speak first. The one who laughed first is about to cry last. The ones who thought you disappear are about to watch you ascend in public view. Their eyes will not be able to look directly at you. Your light has grown too blinding. Type Amen to get blessing 292 soon. Something will change in your surroundings, a shift in atmosphere, a new pattern of peace, an opening. Don't question it. Embrace it. That's the final signal that heaven has turned the chapter. This isn't just a victory. This is a complete erasure of their attempt from your record. In the spiritual realm, it's like it never even touched you, but for them, this permanently written end of theirs, the darkness they sowed became their own harvest and the silence you carried became the thunder that exposed it all. Type Amen to get blessing 909. Someone you once trusted deeply will soon be removed from your life, not through a fight, but through sudden disconnection. Don't chase after them. Their assignment in your life is over. That separation is sacred. That distance is divine. Archangel Michael says the final page of that chapter has turned and you don't need to look back. Even their memory will begin to fade from your spirit. The trauma, the confusion, the betrayal, it will all lose its grip. Type Amen to get blessing 343. This season is about reward. You will not leave this battle empty-handed. Here is something that is about to arrive at your door physically or spiritually that proves you were seen, heard, and covered the entire time. It may be a call, a visit, a contract, or a confirmation. When it comes, receive it without hesitation. It is your restoration in physical form. You've entered the divine aftermath, the calm after the supernatural storm, and this calm will carry you to greatness. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. Your enemies are now sitting in the ruins of their own plot. What they tried to dig for you became their own pit. What they hoped to smear you with has now stained their own name. You, chosen one, walk forward without shame. You've been validated by the Most High. The countdown ended. The red alert passed, and your rise has only just begun. Type Amen to get blessing 000. You don't need to fight anymore. The war is no longer yours. Archangel Michael confirms what was once a countdown to danger has now transformed into a countdown to destiny. The people who tried to stop you have lost their grip. They're panicking in silence. Their confidence is crumbling under the weight of divine correction. Your spirit will begin to feel untouchable not by arrogance but by assurance. The assurance that heaven didn't just protect you, it promoted you through the very thing sent to harm you. Type Amen to get blessing 777. You'll be walking in places where your name was rejected before, but now those doors are trembling, waiting to open for you. The atmosphere has changed. Your presence now carries favor too strong to be ignored. The lies spoken against you are beginning to rot. They have no roots left. People are distancing themselves from the ones who started it, and they don't even know why. It's divine confusion at work. You are stepping into a realm where what used to delay you will now prepare you. Every rejection, every false accusation, every slander they will serve as credentials in the spiritual world. They tried to humiliate you publicly. Now heaven will honor you publicly. Type Amen to get blessing 212. A message will come that may seem ordinary, an email, a call, a short sentence. What? Read it again. Listen again. It holds your green light. It's the signal that your name has been cleared from places where it was contaminated. Don't share this moment with everyone. This level of breakthrough requires protection. Not every smile will be genuine. Keep your celebration sacred. Someone who doubted you will soon speak in your favor without realizing it. Their heart is being softened. They are about to say your name in a room that will shift your future. And the one who once competed with you. They will now seek your guidance in quiet desperation. Type Amen to get blessing 969. You will begin seeing numbers repeating 111, 333, 777, 000. Don't brush them off, they are confirmation codes from the spiritual realm. Each one is a stamp that the red alert is over. You will also begin to notice peace in the very place that once brought anxiety. That's not normal peace. That's cleansed atmosphere. The space have been washed spiritually. Archangel Michael says the reason you survived what was sent to break you is because your name is written in light. Not just light to shine but light to lead. Your path will now light up without force. Emails will arrive before you send reminders. Money will flow before you ask. Opportunities will be designed around your gift. Type Amen to get blessing 848. The delay was never denial. It was redirection. God was removing anyone who would have polluted the reward. The betrayal, the silence, the shame, it all served a purpose. You're not the same person anymore, you've been refined. The woman who participated in your setup will now carry shame she can't hide. Her energy is changing. People are sensing the falseness behind her charm. Her name will be associated with deception before long. As for you, your name will now be spoken with honor, even in circles you've never entered physically. Your story is already traveling. Type Amen to get 292. Something that was hidden in the digital spaces about to surface. A record, a document, a message. It will confirm what you always knew. But this time others will see it too. Don't chase validation. Let it come. When it does, your silence will become your testimony and their guilt. It will become their chain. Archangel Michael says the gate they tried to lock has broken open from the inside. You are not going back to what hurt you. You're going forward into what's been promised. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Expect things to accelerate. What once took months will now happen in a day. Favor will move faster than fear, and grace will move before gossip. You are not behind. You are not late. You are in divine holding for divine unveiling. Now your unveiling begins. You will shine. But this time it won't just be light, it will be fire. Fire, fire that consumes every lie. Fire, fire that purifies every wound. Fire, fire that guides every step. Type Amen to get blessing 000. There is nothing else they can do now. Every trick, every plot, every whisper has lost its power. The weapon they kept in reserve, the one they thought would silence you completely, has already failed before it reached your name. Archangel Michael confirms the spiritual courtroom has closed your case in your favor. The verdict is sealed. The attacks have no more legal right to touch your life. The final person who carried that weapon, who held it with trembling hands, unsure whether to use it, has now been stripped of influence. That person was the last threat. They've lost access to you spiritually, emotionally, and physically. Type Amen to get blessing 3333. You'll notice in the days that even people you once felt uneasy around will begin to avoid you. They will move away not out of hatred but because your light is now unbearable for those who dwell in shadows. Your voice will start to carry a different tone. You'll speak with more authority. People will pause when you speak, not because of volume but because of power. What they tried to take from you emotionally, your sense of safety, your identity, your trust, it's being restored without apology. And what's coming in its place is stronger than what was stolen. The one who once sat confidently mocking your stillness will now sit in silence, trying to understand why their influence no longer works. Type Amen to get blessing 484. You are now walking with a different frequency. The angels surrounding you are not just watching, they are warring. They are pushing back energies, people, and moments not aligned with your future. Some calls will connect. Some plans will be interrupted. Some visits will be blocked. Don't force what's not flowing. That's protection, not rejection. You'll hear someone slip and say something they weren't meant to reveal. That's not a mistake. It's a divine leak. Take note of the names, the tone, the details. It's your final confirmation. You are now in a zone of divine movement. Don't question the acceleration. Don't doubt the new connections. You waited long enough. Type Amen to get blessing 9191. A new relationship, whether personal or professional, is about to be offered to you. This connection will feel clean, warm, safe, and it will come right after someone toxic tries to return. You must choose. One is familiar but dangerous. The other is new but sent. Archangel Michael says, "Walk through the new door. The old one was a trap disguised as history. You've paid the price. You've passed the test. Now, you're being crowned in silence. No loud ceremony. No big performance, just divine reward. And this time they will be invited to witness it." Type Amen to get blessing 8888. A sudden opportunity involving your voice, your ideas, your image, or your creativity is being prepared for you. Someone who doesn't know the full story but senses your authenticity will create space for you. You'll feel nervous at first. That's normal. You've been surviving so long that thriving will feel strange. But step into it anyway. It's yours. They thought they were burying you in rumors. But those rumors became roots. And now you're rising unshakable. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. This is no longer a warning zone. You've crossed over into the fulfillment zone. No more red alerts. No more watching over your shoulder. No more defending what God already validated. Now you breathe freely. Now you walk boldly. Now you live fully. Type Amen to get blessing 000. Archangel Michael says the final shadow has faded, the energy of betrayal, fear, manipulation, and confusion that once hovered around you has officially been dismantled. There is no residual attack remaining, only the echo of your victory. The reason you're still feeling spiritual intensity is because the weight is lifting in layers. The energy that surrounded you during the red alert is leaving not just your space, but your bloodline. What was meant for your destruction has now unlocked generational restoration. This wasn't just a personal battle, it was ancestral. And because you remained obedient to the stillness, heaven has cleared debts, trauma, and dark agreements that were never yours to carry. Type Amen to get blessing 7171. Someone in your family who doubted your discernment will soon receive a spiritual dream that confirms your innocence and your assignment. It will humble them. They will never look at you the same again. And someone outside your family, possibly someone with spiritual rank, will publicly affirm what you've known deep inside: you are chosen, protected, and anointed for leadership. They tried to bind you with silence. But now your voice will be used to unlock healing in others. You will speak, and chains will fall, you will post, and strongholds will break. You will move, and territories will shift. That is why they feared you. That is why the red alert was sounded. That is why the battle raged. But now the silence is over. The rise begins. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. The one who once called you too emotional is about to see that your sensitivity was never weakness, it was prophecy. Your emotions were messages, and your tears were codes. Now those codes are unlocking promises. A miracle that was paused has now been set back in motion. The angel who was holding the blessing back until the spiritual war passed has been released. That miracle is traveling to you now. You may feel emotional for no reason. You may suddenly feel tired or then wildly energized. That's not random. That's your spirit aligning to the release. Watch for the signs. A dove, a feather, a silver flash, a number that repeats. These are heaven's breakthroughs to remind you. You're exactly where you need to be. Type Amen to get blessing 5151. The one who secretly admired your downfall is now being spiritually stripped. The position they held will be passed to someone else, and the group they led will now question their integrity. Be mild. You won't even have to mention their name, heaven has already handled it. You'll be invited into conversations and opportunities that feel divinely timed. Don't downplay yourself. Don't shrink. Don't hold back. Your confidence is not arrogance. It's alignment. Your authority is not loud. It's licensed, and your story is not tragic. It's transformative. Type Amen to get blessing 3939. The home environment you're in will begin to feel different, lighter, clearer. You may even notice better sleep, deeper rest, even peace where tension once lingered. That's confirmation that the red alert has been fully lifted from your space. Some of your physical belongings, an item you almost threw out, a journal you forgot, a gift from a stranger may start to feel charged. That's not superstition. It's spiritual marking. Those objects now carry memory of your survival. They'll serve as holy reminders that you made it. And from this day forward, your home is not just a place, it's a gate. Type Amen to get blessing 6363. A message of good news is approaching quickly through mail, text, email, or word of mouth. It's coming from someone who once overlooked you but now sees the truth. They'll say things like, "I had no idea what you were going through," or "I see you differently now." These words aren't just apologies, they're prophecies in disguise. Accept them, but don't return to old cycles. Let love come, but keep boundaries strong. You've been upgraded too much to repeat what was once tolerated. You are no longer in survival. You are in sacred restoration. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. Archangel Michael says, heaven is now shifting you into divine visibility. No more hiding. No more being the background warrior. You will be known not for noise, but for presence. Your name will rise clean. Your story will rise powerful. Your aura will rise untouchable. Those who once gossiped will now gossip in confusion, wondering how the storm you endured became the platform for your glory. But they won't understand it, because they weren't meant to. You are no longer for everyone, you are for impact. Type Amen to get blessing.